No tillage. Objectives:
To aerate the soil, incorporate manure and fertilizers, loose the earth for future fragile seedling roots, to destroy pests to eradicate weeds, to attain a reasonable depth of soft soil. No tillage, also known as zero tillage or direct drilling, is an agricultural technique for growing crops or pasture without disturbing the soil through tillage. It decreases the amount of soil erosion tillage causes in certain soils, especially in sandy and dry soils on sloping terrain. Eliminates the turning and mixing of soil by using herbicides for weed control and planting seeds directly into the soil at the desired depth with no other soil disturbance. There are basic methods of no-till farming. Sod seeding is when crops are sown with seeding machinery into a sod procedure by applying herbicides on a cover crop. Direct seeding is when crops are sown through the residue of a previous crop. Surface seeding is when crops are left on the surface of the soil on flat lands. This requires no machinery and minimal labor. As you can see in the video, the method of no-tillage that is used is direct seeding. The squash is directly sown in the residue of the tomato, which is the previous crop that is planted on the area. Here in our community, only few farmers apply this type of farming because people is already used to using machinery or coverable drawn plow to make the soil soft. Mulch tillage. Objectives: to prepare a good seed bed which helps the germination of seeds, to create conditions in the soil suited for better growth of crop, to control weeds effectively. It includes the uniform spreading of residue on the soil surface, planning the number sequence, and timing of tillage operations to achieve the prescribed amount of surface residue needed and using planting equipment designed to operate in high residue stations. It is the material to regulate heat. The more residues there are that is mulch, the deeper we till. This is how we create the best conditions in terms of erosion, runoff, soil compaction, and water infiltration. This is known to buffer soil temperature, prevent soil water loss by evaporation, inhibit weed germination, and suppress weed growth. The difference between no-tillage and mulch tillage. No-till is defined by NRCS as leaving all residues on the soil surface and disturbing no more than 10% of the soil surface while planting. Mulch till system manage crop residue on the surface year-round while growing crops where the entire soil surface is tilled prior to or during the planting operations.